Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So let me just explain a few things first. I have a window open because it's very warm, and I have a fan going because it's very warm. And if I don't have either one of those, at least there will be an implosion where I overheat. So it's really weird because we've gone from it being really cold to it now being summer. Hello, summer's here. So glass mat today because we're going to get messy. So glass mat was retired because it reflects the light, so hopefully you don't see too much. I think you might have a little bit of a cusp here, but that's as much as I can do without being able to be, otherwise I'm plunged into darkness and I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do some messy stuff. I want to swing on a star. No, I don't. Well, I do. So I've got some pages here I want to kind of dye. So this was my inspiration because I've been making that utilitarian journal, curiosity journal. Well, I wanted to make something that was a bit that might fit into there if I so desired, but also that was completely separate from it. And this was a drop cloth, well, a drop sheet of paper that I'd got. I liked the green on it, so I picked out some colours that I thought we might stain with, and I want to turn this, which was an old packet, well, a packet from a Tunnocks Tea Cakes, which are delicious, by the way, and you can tell they're delicious because there were 6 in here and now there are none. So I want to turn this into some kind of a little folio thing. So in order to do that, I obviously want to cover up what's already here. I mean, I could do the other side, but then you can see this bit. So which side I use, I don't know at the moment, but I want to just be able to cover it. So that's what I thought we would do, is we'd make that and get messy and all of that. So like I say, I've got loads of different colours here. So I've got, like, I've just gone through all of my greens. So I was thinking, but like I thought, I don't want to leave it just at green. We'll stay up, do like that, and that, and then there's some. Well, that's supposed to be like an orange. Well, it's supposed to be a red colour, but the packet makes it look like it's an orange colour. But when I just tried it on a piece of paper, it comes out kind of a reddy pink colour. So who knows? One oxide in the colour kind of way variant. I don't know whether I'll use the oxide because you know me, I don't like the texture of oxide. There's all of these. Just thought we'll kind of get a bit of a mess going. I've got, oh, that's there. This is dried marigold, which I haven't even opened yet, and that's rusty hinge, but like you can't see it because it doesn't have a colour on the edge. So I just thought we'd get smooshing, bit of water going, and let's just get the water, and we'll go from there. So that's what we're going to do. So we will use this as well. So damn it, I've been outbid on something on eBay. Anyway, what shall I start with? Let's go for a bit of yellow first. Do I want to go light colours first? Oh, it doesn't matter really. Wow, that's juicy. And these, well, these used to be Brian's. Had these for a long time, and they stay much juicy than the other one that we don't want to upset him by saying who. That might be a bit, I don't know, I might come back to that one. Don't necessarily know what all of these colours. I think I like this one. This is Martini. Yeah, we'll go with that. Bit of that. We'll go for I think dry weed. That's quite nice. It's very light though, isn't it? It's a bit, I think dry weed is a little bit like old paper, because old paper's got that kind of greeny tinge to it initially anyway. So, a bit of water to activate. Activate. It's going to be one of them days. A bit of a brush to kind of maybe give it a bit of a mix and mingle. Mix and mingle in the jingle. No, don't sing Christmas songs, Dave. And then we're just going to pick up and make it look gorgeous, hopefully. And it will hopefully dry quite quickly in here because it's hotter than Satan's living room. So, not that I've ever been to Satan's living room. Well, not yet, anyway. There's always time. So, there we go. Yeah. So I'm going to put that on there. Oh, no, I quite like that. That's kind of gone a little bit mappy. I think it might need a bit more green on it, though. Don't put it in your drink, Dave. It's gone in the drink. Now, should really give that a bit of a wipe before I go and move on. Oh, that's a nice colour, isn't it? Oh. Nice colour. Maybe a bit of... Oh, no, let's go for a bit of something orangey, maybe. Orange. I don't know what colour this is. It's definitely orange. Orange. A bit of water that's not orange. Hopefully the water's not orange. Don't drink the water if it's orange. It's a bit like don't drink yellow snow. So, well, you can't drink yellow snow, can you? Don't eat yellow snow. Oh, shut up, Dave. All right, then I will. Well, I won't. I'll try. No guarantees on what I'm going to do. There are no guarantees. So, let's put some of this in here. Blob a bit there. Maybe a bit there. Now, I don't mind if it turns... Oh, that's nice. That's exciting. Excitingly nice. Oh, it's dripping into me drink. Hang on. So then this is a crochet magazine. So I just thought we'd get this. You know, because it all adds to the fun, doesn't it? Don't know how that's going to turn out. I don't know whether that... I don't know how absorbent this is. Only one way to find out, isn't there? Give it a go, Joe. Give it a go, Joe. I keep blaming Joe for not giving it a go. Sorry, Joe. Because Joe always gives it a go. So that sounds worse than I meant it to. So. Oh, and if you can hear anything, by the way, so next door's dogs are outside, so there might be some barking that you hear in the background. There was somebody mowing the lawn. There was also somebody trimming. There was also having, so one of my neighbours was having their drains unblocked. That's not a euphemism. Well, at least I don't think it is. There was a heck of a lot of water anyway. So, yeah, so just in case you can hear things in the background, that's because I've got the window open. If it gets too noisy, I will close the window, but I can't turn the fan off because, you know, I need at least one fan in my life. So I'm a Leo. I was meant to shine. So anyway, shut up, Dave. Just get on with it. I feel all like seen, observed. Right. I'd like it to... Oh, that's fine. That's cool. That's what I was thinking. I'd like it to kind of pool in that sort of weird way, that pooly way. Right, bit of just ordinary book page. No, if this is such an old book page, it's kind of falling apart. This is quite porous, so it picks up the colour instantly, and you don't tend to get a kind of effect on it. So I might put some green, give it a wipe, Dave. You have to remember to wipe between. Bit of a wipe. Let's use some of the golden turmeric because that's very yellow. That was the one we said was very yellow, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. Put that in that space. Don't want to really contaminate the colour. Well, I don't want to. I'll try not to. So I was going to do this on my black mat. I nearly went to wipe that off. That would have been a mistake. I was going to do it on my black mat and use like a, you know, the middle out of a brain. No, a cereal packet. You know, the bag from a cereal packet, because that's nice, and you know, I've got a few of those. But because if it doesn't lie flat, then it pulls, and you don't get quite some, you know, at least this, I can decide how it pulls, you know what I mean, because I get a nice flat surface. So, and just do a little random pickup, I think. There we go, is that enough? Maybe a bit more green on there. Yep, that's fine. I'll put that to one side. Let's do another kind of book pagey thing. This time we'll put base coat down at least, and then put something else down. Yep. I don't want it to be all completely green, but I want it to kind of go in tonally with what I'm already making. I wondered if I could make an orangey colour with this, because like this looks very red, and then when it dries it goes pink, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. So I thought I'd try it with a bit of, no, that's orange, with a bit of yellow, because red and orange makes yellow, doesn't it, Dave? It did when I went to school last, but that was a while ago. Colours may have changed. I don't think the laws of colour have changed, Dave. It's like nothing really since I left school has really changed, except for technology. That's definitely changed. But you know, the principles of doing things, but that hasn't stopped people from, you know, doing. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to mix this one, wasn't I? Because I wanted it to be more orangey than pinky. But yeah, you know, things like maths and science hasn't really changed. It's just the way that they teach it has changed. English, the way they teach that has changed, and science and all of that. I think I just said science anyway. So yeah, that's all right. I quite like that. We quite like that. We might go in with, because there's quite a bit of colour on there, we might go in with this piece. This is a large print dictionary page for the hard of hearing. No, for the short-sighted. No, for the long-sighted. I don't know. Long-sighted. If you're long-sighted, that means you can see long distances, doesn't it? If you're short-sighted, it means you can. Oh no! If you're short-sighted, it means you can. Oh, I don't know. I never know whether. I'm both, so it doesn't matter. But you know, like if you're long-sighted, does that mean that you can see a distance, but you're not good at short distances, or does it mean that you lack the ability to see long distances? Anyway, somebody will tell me. Some kind person will put in the comments that you know, what I need to know on a need-to-know basis. A couple of different greens, maybe. It's kind of yellowy green. I love this colour. This is the Martini Olive one, which I think is very similar to what is that colour in this crushed olive. Martini Olive, crushed olive. I think it's a very similar colour. In fact, let's see if it is. Yeah. You know, that's like, you know, as near as, damn it, isn't it? Maybe a bit of mowed lawn in there, because that's much greener. Green. And then we'll go for a bit of water now. I don't need a lot of pages, because it's not a lot of surface area, but you know, if I'm going to dye it, I might. Oh no, Dave, you need to put some. You need to do some smooshy. Oh, there's a bit of orange on there, but bit of smoosh. What's that? Bit of dirt. Smooshing in the back row of the movies. Oh, it's kissing in the background, but never mind. You know, if there had been crafters, they wouldn't have been kissing in the back row. They'd have be doing too many crafty things. Kissing? No time for kissing. Who needs kissing? My love is for craft. Oh no, sorry, Vic as well, obviously. Don't tell him I said anything. Although it goes out on YouTube, so I was only joking. Oh, please, I love you really. So, yeah, I like that. Okay, so I want some more. I think I just want to kind of do a little bit more. Won't go too heavy. Won't be here for like ages doing it because not anybody getting bored. What else have we got here? Some more magazines. What have we got? Oh, let's use a page from this. I'll use this one. Maybe this, and we'll have another blob of a few colours. Now, do I want to try doing that thing with the cranberry again? Not the cranberries, because they're I think they were a group from Ireland, weren't they? The cranberries. Not a lot in there, is there? Not a lot of colour. Maybe a bit of... Where's my rusty hinge? Tin roof rusty. Oh, that I love. You see, look, listen, I don't just love rusty hinge. It's so darn gorgeous. We want a bit of that because we know that turns that nice, and we'll have a bit of green in there. Or we're going a bit over the top now, Dave. Are we? Are we or not? I haven't used any of my new ones. Scattered picture. Scattered pictures. What's it called? Scattered marigold. No, dried marigold. Scattered straw. I've got scattered straw as well, but and I was reading the two together. But scattered brain cells. That's more like it. That's what my colour would be called. Definitely scattered brain cells. So I'm going to mix those two together, because that makes that much nicer colour. I'll have that kind of mixing into there and into there. We don't mind a little bit of bleed, but that does turn that a little bit more brown than green. And do this. So which way up do we want this? I might as well go with that way because it started to pick up some of the colour already. Oh, lovely. Oh. Levels. Beautiful, gorgeous, marvellous, amazing. Yep, I like that indeed. Now I need something to pick that up because that would be a waste just to get rid of it. So what have we got here? I've got a bit of coffee dyed paper, that'll do. Yep. Get all the, well, not all of the ink, but get a lot of the ink up off here. Might as well. Ugh. Yeah, that's one way to get the ink up, isn't it, Dave? Stick your finger in it. Now. Cool. And I think it's starting to go a bit muddy now, so we'll just get rid of that. Okay, so now what we can do is, I think we've done enough. We've definitely done enough for the project I've got. So what we'll do now is I'll get rid of this. I think I might cut this video here. So I have just checked that I've got my mic on. So these are now dried. Didn't take very long at all because the weather's nice. So these are what we've got, and there we go. So I thought I'd just show you what we've done. And then this one was a bit orange, so all I did was I just smooshed some colour into it. So now we can make what I was going to make. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to trim down some of these edges. Let's get rid of that bit where it's the box flap. Get all the little bits off. And I think, because it already bends that way, I will leave it that way round. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some of this edge off and some of this... Oh, yeah, take some of... We'll have this as the bottom. We'll cut that completely off, and then we'll use these flaps, and then we'll attach it to another piece of cardboard. That's what we'll do. So, do I want to do that before or after let's do it after I have covered it. So, we will use some of these. So these have turned out really nice. In fact, let's just do it with a ruler, Dave. Let's try and be good. I don't want it to be a perfectly straight, you know, what are these called? Graph line. No? Graph? Is it a graph? I don't know. It's one of them. And of course, now I've split it, I need to ink that edge, so I'll just get some nice... Well, I say nice, which one's that? I don't know. Can't even, it's not even coming out. Oh, that's because we've got the wrong one. That one. So, where is... Should we use the orangey one, which is that one, rusty hinge. There's a bit of rusty hinge on that edge. Just to cover up that clean edge. There we go. So we'll have that on there. We're just going to kind of collage around it a bit. I might cover over a little bit of this in a minute. I really want that blobby bit though. Okay, so let's just see how we're going to have this. A bit of this again at an angle. In fact, we'll do it. No, won't do it that way around. In fact, I've just done the wrong side off. That's why. Although I could have it at the bottom, couldn't I? So if I have it at the bottom, I want that still to be able to be seen. Like that. Maybe some of this. What's on the other side of this? Just see if it's come through. No, it hasn't come through as much. So maybe let's go with that. Like that. I need to come down a bit more like that, maybe. Yeah. And then something else across the top. So quite like that piece that I've got drying. It's almost dry. Yeah, so we'll have that across the some of that across the top. See, told you I've done way more than I actually need. Like that. Like that. Yeah, let's do it like that. So this one is underneath, so that needs to go on first. So we'll do that. Again, we're just going to ink that edge. We're going to glue it on, which means we need some glue. That's the one. We need some of that. We need a drop cloth to do it on. Oh, let's use this. This is from when I did the tissue stuff. The tissue stuff, you know what I mean. The glassine. So I'm just going to completely glue this, Dave. Can't get the words out. Excessive heat has gone to my head. It's I asked she who shall not be named what the temperature was today, and she lied to me because she told me it was 19 degrees centigrade, which is, you know, it's warm. It's not hot, it's warm. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, sorry. And then when I went outside, my car told me, and the outside thermometer also told me, that it was 25 degrees. So she hasn't got a clue. She can't tell the weather. She can do the time, which is good, really. She can tell the time, but not the weather. So I say she, but like it's because her name's Alexa. But like I actually have mine with a man's voice, so it's really. I think I've told you this before, but I prefer to listen to a man's voice when it's, you know, just normal everyday stuff. But if I'm being told what to do, I prefer to be told what to do by a woman than by a man. So hence the reason why I have a man's voice in my house, and I have a woman's voice on my sat nav, because I really do not like being told what to do by a man. So I'm sure there are other people out there that feel exactly the same. So it's a good job my boss is a woman, isn't it? So. Anyway, so yeah, so I for some reason I call him her, but 21st century, so we can. Just ink that over and put that on there. And now I need to cover that bit up, but I'm going to use something else to cover that up. And when I've bent these back, I'll hopefully not see any of the yellow. I'll put that on like that, yep. Okay, so try and put it on a bit that's not too gluey, because then otherwise you can't peel it back up again. It gets stuck to the glue mat rather than not, I mean. So put that on there about, oh come on, no, don't dry. I know you're warm, but don't dry just yet. Thank you. So let's just have a look. So if that bends, that's being cut off, isn't it? Yeah, that bit's bending round there, that's fine. That bit's bending, that's good, and that bit's bending, that's good as well. Cool. Yeah, we're happy with that. Okay, so let's get something on that corner bit. Maybe just tear something out, like the finer look. Just tear it out so it's a bit more random. That on over there, that okay? Yep, that's cool. Not quite as inky as I'd like it to be. Maybe this is another one for a smoosh. That's old paper, we don't want that. Crushed olive. Oh, I could crush an olive. Oh look, you see how juicy that one is? Juicy. That's juicy, isn't it? Oh, that's maybe a little bit. I shouldn't be doing that with my fingers. Might have gone a bit over the top on that one. It's very. I need to put something else in that now. Cool. And maybe a bit of this, which is rusty hinge. Yeah, there you go, a bit more random. Cool, when you don't put so much down, it's better. There you go, and then I've just mop that off now. Cool. We'll have that across there. Should really wait for it to dry, but patience is not something I have. Patience is a card game, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not very patient. Patient with people, but not with things. There we go. So there you go. Doesn't look bad for an old cake box, does it? So And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this down, like I said. So I'll use it this way around because I can see where the lines are. And I'm going to just cut that. How much do I want to cut off? Not that much, Dave. Bottom bits. We're just using them as flaps. You're not going to see these bits. And then we want to cut that bit off at the top because we want that to be the top of the pocket. So wherever that line is, which is there. Wherever the line is, not wherever the sea line is, because there's no sea lions or seals here. Sorry. No sea lions or seals were harmed in the making. I'm just going to shape this bit in the corner. Get off me. Get off. Which is get off. Right. So that's going to be our little kind of poke it. You can poke it, and I'll just fold it. Thanks. It's going to be a pocket like that. So we're going to need to score in those score lines. We're going to have to score in the score lines. We will keep these things because they will make a nice addition to very random bits within that nice file that we're making. Folio, the curiosity folio. Where is my... There we go. So I was looking for... Put the lid on that, Dave. Put a lid on it. Oh, let's fold that over. And then fold in all of these bits, these creasy bits. The creasy bits. You know what I mean. Cool. So they can go around like that, and then what I'll do is I'll stick that onto something. So I'm going to stick it onto something so that you can... anyway, let's get a piece of card, and I'll work out what I'm doing from there. Maybe that piece of card also needs to be covered. Maybe I could use this piece because it's already scored. Would that fit in there? You know, that would be great if it kind of fit. It does. It do be. It doobie. Okay. So I'll put that there. So if I attach put the lid back in, put the thing back in, Dave, because it's so warm today. It will just dry up. So we're going to put this into here. So like that will be the background. Now, do we want something in the background? I believe we do. I believe that I can fly. I don't believe I can fly. I'm not jumping out of a window for no one, thanks. Do I want some of that in the background? That way up even. You know something, that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? This was the piece that this is not how I would normally use it, that vellum-y stuff, but there's no reason why we can't use it like that. If we put that on the back of there, and that sits over there. Yeah, there's no reason why we can't do that. Let's do that. So I will need something to stick it with. Glue. No, you need to take the lid off, Dave. Oh, I've clearly got ink on it. So we need to make sure it's stuck down, because anything you push down might snag on it if there's no bits that are... If there's bits that aren't stuck, if you know what I mean. So I'll put this in the background. Like that. Let's smush it down from the back. And then we'll just cut off any excess. In fact, I don't need to do it with the blade, I can do it with the... Oh, the top bit I could do with it folding over so that it doesn't get in the way. You know, because if you're pushing something down into the envelope, it could split the two laminates and come off. You know, start to unpeel. So I do it like that. Dave, you need to cut it down first, then stick it down, cut it down, and then stick it down. There we go. And now we can cut the other edges off. So hopefully you're liking the Folio series. That series, the Curiosity Folio, will be continuing until it's finished. So what I'm planning to do is have 2 videos a week, so on a Monday and a Friday of those, and then the videos on a Wednesday will be a kind of a free make, so just generally making things, or I might be making things for the Folio, but they'll kind of be standalone. So if you're not interested in the Folio thing, it won't be a, oh no, he's making more stuff for that flaming Folio. So I'm trying to kind of appeal to everyone. So there we go. That's cool. I like the fact that you can see like the green coming through. So the green from the file folder. So that's going to go in there. Do you see what I mean by that? If you were trying to put something in and I hadn't curved it over the back, it might split between the two, and then you end up with like a frayed edge. So that's going to go around like that. Now I think I might need to put an extra score line in there because it's not going to curve round completely otherwise. So I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to use a scoreboard because the spacing is not, it's not a score tool. The spacing isn't wide enough for it to be an 1/8 of an inch. I just want to kind of make it so that it rolls round it a bit. So there's a bit where it will kind of roll round it, and you get a very small box spine, very, very small, minuscule, and then that way then the pocket itself isn't so tight you can't get anything in it. It just gives it a bit more shape. And do the other bit. No, wrong one. There we go, that's cool. Okay, so this is going to go on there. I don't know what we're sticking it to. Yeah, that's less tight now. We've got that kind of box thing on it, whatever it's called. I can't speak today. Don't speak, I know just what you're saying, but clearly you do not know what I'm saying. But I'll tell you when it hurts. Yeah, Dave, shut up, Dave. You're making your own lyrics up and it's just not funny. Like I say, I've always thought I was funny. It's the other people that are still undecided. Right, I could do with, I had some nice big clampy things. Big clampy things, which is not real much use because I can't describe what they are, and you know, like bulldog clips. I had some big ones, some long ones. Oh, that I know. Oh, it's on my lamp and it's holding something. Oh, that one's not, but there's only one. Okay, let's put that on there. So that's what we're going to do. That's that. So, oh, I'll tell you what, we'll hold it down with our trusty brick. Let's use that again. Cool, so that's going to hold that down while we get on. So, we need to attach it to something. So let me just put that back in there. Let's get rid of some things out of the way. Move that off the top of my bin, otherwise I'm going to throw it away. These pieces can go in bin. Right, okay, so what we need now is something that's going to attach to. So maybe we make a little folioli, a folioli, a little ow, paper cut. Maybe one of these. Is that going to be big enough? Yeah, we could glue it to that, couldn't we? I might have to make this look a bit older though. That bit's not going to be the right size. So, however big this is, it's this big. Oh, it's 6.5. Get in. Right, let's do 6.5 here. I'm not going to get this into my cutter, I don't think. 6.5. Just there. 6.5. Just there. 6.5. Just there. You too can be nuts. Right, let's cut that off there. Slicey slice, slicey slice. A flaming A-team. Flaming A-team stuck in my head. Like, it's been stuck in my head for about 30 years, the A-team. Not the A-team aren't stuck in my head, I have to say. But, like, you know, not them themselves. So, we're going to have this on here as like a little bookie thing. And we'll get that then in the... Right, okay, we'll put that down and give that a squared off. Oh, everything tangled around the trimmer. Right, that's on there. So, today, it's Sunday for me, and Brian is here. And Vic has gone down to see his friend in... Brighton, so Gaga, he's gone to see Gaga in Brighton. So they're going bowling tonight, I think. So he drove down, about 5 hours drive from here. Do you know something? It was fun. So just this is something that made me go, yeah, you know what? That's true. Sorry, completely digressing now, so you just have to bear with me. So, time for a digression. I should have that like on everything I say, to be fair. Somebody, I can't remember who it was and where the quote came from, but somebody said that 100 years is a long time to an American, and 100 miles is a long distance to a Brit. And that was like very true. So 100 years is not very long for us, really, because like everything in the UK is like a lot older than that. Not everything, but you know, majority of our stuff and our history is a lot older than that. But to us, 100 miles is a long way. So like you know, it's like a 5-hour drive down to Brighton, which is, I don't know how many miles. Alexa, how far is Brighton from here?
Brighton is 405.8 kilometres away by car.
Okay, 408 kilometres by car. So, I bet nobody's going to know what a kilometre is, are they? Alexa, what's 408 kilometres in miles?
408 kilometres is about 253.5 miles.
253 miles. That's how far it is. So that's a long way for us, especially on the on a British road network. If you've never driven on a British road network, you won't appreciate what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a long way for us, which I know it's you know, some people probably do that to go to the shops in America, but like that's not us. So. So yeah, that's that kind of made sense to me. Okay, so if that's going to fold over like this, so like as you can tell, today is a let's wing it. I don't actually know what I'm making, I'm just doing. I am going to go with, let's go, where does that go to? That goes to there. So if I score just inside that line, should have done it the other way up, but never mind. And then I'm going to fold that in like that, and we will have that kind of stuck to the front of there, like that, and then it'll open like that and like that, which means that we could actually make another pocket in here if we put something on the back of here, which means that I'm going to have to cut another piece of file folder, Dave, because you're a Burke, which means I could get even more space, more bang for my buck, pardon the expression. Let's tear this down, tear it down to, well, I don't need to use that, you're not going to see it, so it doesn't make any difference what colour it is. It could be purple with orange spots, I don't care. I could use one that I've already, here's one I used earlier, so this is the one where I've got, looks like I've got a big, very giant woodworm. Ow! Staple sticking up, not a good idea to put your finger on that, you fool. So we'll just cut a piece out of here, that'll stick on the back of there, then this will stick to that, and then we can make a pocket as well. So, because, you know, if we're going to wing it, let's wing the whole thing. So, no care or observation in these measurements here. So I'm just doing. So we're going to cut this down. Doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm going to use a pair of scissors. I know it's weird, me using scissors. I don't often use scissors. I don't have the straightest of hands, which is not a surprise, really, is it? So when they're attached to me. So and then put that bit down there. So now, which means that my brain's going, oh, and you could do this. So if I stick that to there, I might have to cut it down a bit more. Yeah. So if I stick that to there, then this sticks to that, which means then I can have another pocket in from the side. But then I was thinking I could have another pocket in there because there's that little recess, so I might even do that. So anyway, let's just kind of go with what I've got at the minute. So does that line up with that? It does. So why does that not line up with that? Because it's a little bit too big. Is that okay? So if we cut that down a little, a fraction, that should be fine. Because we've got a little bit of an overhang there anyway. So we could just cut the slightest of slivers. Not a sliver, sliver. I could say that every time, don't I? Slither, and it's a sliver. Slither is what snakes do. Sliver is how you eat cake. No, it is not. Not in my house, it's not how you have cake. It's the way my grandma used to say, I'll just have a sliver of cake. And like, I used to think, I'm not having a sliver. I want a big piece, thanks. Cool, yeah, that's going to go on there. So, if I'm going to stick that to there, I'm going to put a divot in the top of both of these. What am I doing? Yeah, because I'm going to go whole hog. The hogs are completely holed in this place. We'll go for a little divot, and we'll have it somewhere in the middle, but it's not necessary. Like that. So I'm going to stick this to there, which means then you'll have that little bit visible from the inside, which then denotes that there is a pocket there. And I'm going to glue this down on those sides, the raised bits, and then we'll use the middle bit as the pocket. Because you know this is the bit that flaps down. So there's a little raised edge. This is what's been wrapped around from the back. If I'm not making any sense today, that's because I'm overheating. My brain's a bit like a computer, you know, when they overheat and they just stop working. You'll get a 404 error in a minute. Page not found. So, who's Paige anyway? Didn't know she was missing. So, budum. So stick that to there. Oh, stick everything to there by the looks of it. So stick that to there, and then that's going to be a little pocket there. There's a pocket at the front. This is going to be a multi-pocket, isn't it? Then we're going to have another pocket here, which means that we can have another divot here, but we'll have a bigger divot. No, that's not the divot. This is not the divot you're looking for. Where is the divot that I'm looking for? Why have you not put it back in your drawer, Dave? Why? Oh, you did put it back in the drawer. You just buried it under something else. Sorry, I just realised my fan's got noisy. I think his teeth are chattering because he's got stage fright. That's all right. Calm down. Don't worry. You won't appear on camera. You'll be fine. You can calm down. There you go. No. Stop rattling. Look, I'll hit you. Please don't make me turn you off. Why are you making a noise? Come on. There you go. Much better. No! No, it's starting to make a noise again. Oh well. You're going to have to deal with it, folks. I'm sorry. But, oh, I can't deal with it. Right, fan's off. Probably suddenly got very loud now. I've turned the fan off. Right, what I want to do is I want to age this down a bit before I put it together. So I'm going to use an ink pad, and I'm going to use maybe a bit of frayed burlap, because that's not the same. No, maybe not a bit of frayed burlap. Maybe a very afraid burlap. This burlap is not afraid. Too many colours around me at the moment, so obviously we're going to make a nice darkened edge. In a dark, dark house there was a dark, dark room, and in the dark, dark room there was a dark, dark hen. No, there was no hens in that room. Hen? Why would there be a hen in there? No, I don't know. That's because I told you, it's 404, page not found. That's where we're at now. Just a bit of a smoosh over this. I mean, I might even cover this with something. Oh, I could cover it with what we've got on the front, couldn't I? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. I said we'd use this somehow. So let's maybe do this. No, we'll use it this way. That's not going to be big enough. It could be big enough for there though, couldn't it? Yep, possibly. Maybe we could randomly do it. Maybe that's what we're going to do. Let's do that, Dave. Let's just do a bit of random collaging. I know now you're all thinking, what on earth's he doing now? But I told you my brain's not working, so this is what we're doing. Give me a piece of this. we're doing this, and I don't care. I don't care whether you approve or not. I do care. I care whether you approve, but like at the moment, I am just going off piste. I should have not cut the divots out until I'd done this, but because it's not really going to be thick enough to cut through that. But never mind, we'll find a way. My mum was a very big stickler for, you know, speaking properly, using real English and spelling things correctly. So she has turned me into who I am today. So. And I'm grateful because I think I'm quite well spoken. Not saying that other people aren't. I'm just saying that I speak, you know, well for a boy from Coventry anyway. So okay, so this is not going to fold as well as it did because I've glued it. I think I'm going to leave the outside as is. That bit you're not going to see anyway, because that's right. Okay, let's get this glued together, Dave, because otherwise we're going to be here till next Christmas. So I'm going to put that onto there. Oh, we need to cut that divot out now, but I need to put something on it with it, in it, with it. So we need to do that, otherwise it won't cut that. That paper will be too thin, and it will just chew it. And again up there, but that's not that size. That's that one. Okay. And then we're going to just put a bit of ink on there now. I'd like so. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I didn't want rusty hinge, but I've just realised I didn't use rusty hinge last time. So. Oh yeah, that's all right. Actually, that's turned out actually all right. So. Better than I anticipated. I wasn't sure, you know, I did say when I was making it, I don't know whether I like it, but I do now. It's sometimes the way. I think that's what you have to do from my personal experiences. Allow it to evolve and happen, and then make up your mind whether you like it when you get to the end, rather than deciding you don't like something before it's finished. Right, just need to glue this bit down. Smoosh that out a bit, hold it over. What time are we on? Nearly 6 o'clock PM. Very rare that I say 6 AM, so especially on a day off, on a weekday maybe, but unless the alarm's gone off. As in not my wake up alarm, but the works burglar alarm. There we go. Bit more on there. Yep, that's all right. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. I could do with something to put in here. I could do with. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I need to ink this bit and the back, and I think I might put a pocket in there, or a tuck or something, or a band maybe. Yeah, maybe let's do a band, because I haven't done a band for a while. So a page band, you know what I mean by a page band. You know what I'm saying when I say a page band. You know I don't like that other word that they use. that term. The B-E-L-L-I-E word. Just don't like it. So I shall do this. Oh, that's very inky. I'd forgotten how inky that would be. But you know what, I don't mind that. That looks a bit like it's been, you know, it's left somewhere and something seeped into it. Okay, so this is now, let's put it together, Dave, otherwise we'll be here till, like I say, next Christmas. So this is going to go onto here, and we're going to glue it on the 3 sides, because remember, this is not the divot for this side, it's for the divot for there. So we are going to glue along here and across the top, just under that divot. And that's to stop you pushing it down and splitting these 2 layers. And then, which way around? That's the bit where we need to leave open. This is just going to have a bead of glue down the side here and across the bottom here. And we'll put that on there and there, and then we'll just open it up and just make sure it's level. Oh no, don't do that, Dave. I want to make sure that divot at the top is the same, like lined up. That's the word, lined up. So now we've got this, like, where's that come from? This little enclosed thing like this that kind of opens up. That's come off there. Yeah, so that's that. So yes, I quite like that actually. Now I like it much better now. The orange isn't quite as orange as it was. I'll just put a bit of ink on the edge there, and same there, across there. So cool, there we go. So we've made another little pockety thing. So it's more pockets than I anticipated. So we've got this pocket, which is the visible pocket. So let's just put something in here that you can see. This is not actually the right thickness. It's a bit flimsy, but I want you to just be able to see. So that's the pocket there. See, like I say, it's a bit flimsy, so to do with something that isn't that flimsy. Hang on a minute. Okay, so this, yeah, there you go. So that's the pocket there. Then we've got a pocket behind that isn't quite as wide, because remember, it's only as wide as the recess, so that won't go in there, but if I fold it over, it will. So that goes in there. So that's not that pocket at the front, it's that one. Yeah, and then we've got another pocket here, which is another separate pocket. And I was going to put another pocket inside, but like I said, and put a belly band down it, which I've said and I don't like, but I had to say it because some of you would be like, "Oh, what?" Yeah, I don't like the term belly band. I don't like the word belly, to be fair. Yeah, let's do that. Put that down there. I'm not going to cover it. Oh, actually, I like that side better. Not going to cover it. Just going to do it like that. And in fact, I'm going to glue it on and then trim it down in a second. In fact, I'm just going to ink that edge. Glue that down, and then that means we've got somewhere to tuck that, and we can do something with that at a later date when I've decided. So because it's a page band, I want to give it a fairly decent bead of glue at the top, and then have done that really, shouldn't I? Tiny bit of pencil line either side. Tiny bit of pencil line so you can't actually see where that pencil line is, Dave. But stick that down now. And then we're going to cut that excess off now. Cool. Oh, try the glue around. Tiny bit of this is that very juicy frayed burlap. There we go. And there we go. So we've got this now. We've got this page band, and that's it. So that's what we've made. That's our little make for today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a bit longer than I was expecting. Probably edit this down so that it's kind of around an hour. So some of it may have been cut out. So thanks very much for watching. My name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye. Big hugs. I'll see you soon. Bye.